Ladies and gentlemen, today I will present to you the story of a character that is forgotten at this point. I myself have to say that shamefully I have forgotten it. But thankfully, I have refound it, and because of that, I will now present it to you. This is the story of Invincible. Now, Invincible was born by a mare named Brightmane on Balnir's farmstead in Tearsfall Glades. Invincible was born in the same year that Stormwind fell, and present at Invincible's birth was Prince Arthas, back then only a child. Normally, the horses of the Balnirs were grayish in color, but Invincible was white. The Balnir family offers Arthas this newborn horse that Arthas, just a child at that point, thought about naming him Snowfall or Starlight. But Arthas went to the tradition of Lodron Knight, and that is to name your horse after a quality. Uther had Steadfast, King Tyrannus had Courageous. Thus, Arthas decided to name his Invincible. 10 years later, in winter, before Arthas was inducted in the Knights of the Silver Hand, he, along with his horse, were caught in a blizzard. Arthas pushed his horse to go faster and faster to get out of the cold. But unfortunately, the exertion and exhaustion caught up to Invincible and he slipped. Thus the horse now was injured and crippled. Arthas knew he was too far. Arthas was too far, in fact, to bring help to his horse. And at that point, he wasn't a paladin. Thus, he had no way to lessen the pain that his horse felt. And so, he decided to do what was the most humane thing possible: relieve Invincible of his pain. Now, Arthas decided that Invincible's resting place should be at Balnir's farmstead, the place where Invincible was born. Now, let's move on some years from now. And Arthas comes back from Northrend. The first thing he does is kill his father. The second thing he does after coming back from Northrend and killing his father is go to Balnir's farmstead where Invincible was buried. There, Arthas uses the power of Frostmourne to resurrect his former steed. Now, fully living up to his name, Invincible could now become a specter and disappear. Now, Invincible was really invincible. Moving on, further on to Warcraft 3. Invincible is the steed that Arthas rides into battle and during the whole campaign in the Warcraft 3 games. But a little bit backwards, Reign of Chaos. During the Scourge's invasion of Quel'Thalas, and more exactly the siege of the Sunwell, the then current king of the High Elves, Anasterian Sunstrider, confronted Arthas to single combat. There, Anasterian Sunstrider manages to injure Invincible's forelegs with his blade, fellow Melron, and thus he manages to dismount Arthas. Now, upon realizing that his steed was injured, a surge of memories and rage start to fill Arthas up. Rage so powerful that he manages to shatter fellow Melron and, well, kill the king of the High Elves. This time around, Arthas had the power to save his horse using necromantic magic. Invincible served Arthas as his steed until he became the new Lich King. In the game, if you look at the cinematics, you will see that the fight between Illidan and Arthas is Invincible isn't there. But it's more than certain that Invincible carried him into many battles that he had during the Frozen Throne. Let us go a little bit further now. Arthas has become the Lich King, and now we're going to World of Warcraft. In World of Warcraft, there's this Easter egg, let's call it like that. I wouldn't even consider it an Easter egg. But there is an empty grave that can be found at the Balnir's farmstead in Tearsfall Glades. And it reads, Invincible, beloved steed of Prince Arthas Menethil, loyal and great of heart and life, may you find peace in death. Pure streams and green pastures, devoted friend. This has been the story of Invincible. This was only possible thanks to Gnev, who reminded me of the story, and I will put his channel in the description below. Remember to subscribe to him. He makes very good Wrath of the Lich King content. And anyway, thank you for watching.